Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Sunday Night Satsang with myself, John Homewood, and
Michelle. Hi, everybody.
hello
Good evening.
everyone.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we have missed a couple of weeks due to unforeseen circumstances, but we're back. We're back, and it's such a joy to be with you here tonight, or maybe watching it later during the day. But yeah, we love connecting with you this way, and it's really important, I believe, for us to take a little bit of time to collectively gather together and focus our energy, our light, away from the stories of our life, away from the drama, which generally are laden with a little bit of anxiety and fear and regret and fear, and come into a place of peace. And that's really what these satsangs are about, to open us up to life as it really is, not how we think it is, but just as it is being presented to us in this moment, in this present moment. And so welcome. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, if we could ask you just to subscribe, and if you're watching on YouTube, just don't forget to press the notification bell as well. And also, if you're watching on Facebook, then press the like button and share it on your page, etc., because it really does help get the energy out there into the world. So thank you.
Let us know who's here. We'd love to know because we don't see your faces anymore if you're doing it on a computer, which we are. So we'd love to know who's with us and where you're from. It just makes us more interactive.
Yeah. And if you have any questions or comments or suggestions or any of your wisdom to add, just type that up in the comments section as we go. We don't always get to answer questions live. We do sometimes, but we definitely will get to you afterwards. So you're welcome to please send a comment or a question. We love getting those as well. So thank you. And thank you for the hearts. We love getting those. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi, Paula. Nice to have you with us. We'd love to know who else is with us before we start. We'll just wait for a few more moments before we do the check-in and the check-in meditation. It's always a nice way to end the weekend and start a new week, I think.
And tonight we're talking about the quickening. We're going to be just examining what is the quickening. What does the quickening mean? What does it mean in your life? You might like to type up in the comments section if you know or you feel into the subject of the quickening. And Michelle will, after we have had our opening meditation, she'll tell us a little bit about the astrology as to why we've chosen this title for tonight and what are the energies that are marinating us in at the moment. So we'll look at that.
There are quite some energies that are being marinated in right now.
Big energies.
I know Odette chatted to her earlier. I know there's been big things going on here. Okay, and if you haven't told us who's here, please would you just give us a little message to say who's joining us?
Yes, that's lovely.
Okay.
And then we'll round off the evening with a beautiful meditation from you. And when is New Moon?
It's on Tuesday. Well, it depends on where you are. In some parts of the world, it's tomorrow, but for us, it's Tuesday morning.
Okay.
27.
All right.
26.
So we'll be looking at those energies as well in tonight's satsang as well. Yeah. Good. So let's start this evening by amplifying our solar power by withdrawing our mind from the stories, the dramas of our lives, and becoming centered in the most sacred place in all of creation, which is not a synagogue or a shul or a church, but this place, called the present moment. So you might like to gently close your eyes and take a deep breath in, consciously breathing the air in, and then releasing the air. And as you release the air, just sink down into your physical body. So fully occupy your body in this moment. Let's try that again. Take a very deep breath in. And breathing out, sinking deeper into your physical body, fully occupying the body with your total awareness. Take a third very deep breath in. Take the air right down to your toes and up to the top of your head, so you're filling the whole body. And then just surrender the out-breath back to life. Surrendering completely to the isness of life in this moment. And one of the most powerful tools that bring us into alignment with life is to hear any sounds in your environment which life is presenting you with in this moment, without necessarily labeling them, just becoming aware of everything you can hear in this moment. We live on a beautiful piece of land in the countryside, and we have a beautiful orchestra of evening sounds of crickets and frogs and beetles. What can you hear? Just become not the judgment of what you can hear, but the awareness of what's coming into your eardrums in this moment. Let's take another deep breath in and a long breath out. And now let us listen with even more presence, with even more alertness. And see if you can hear the beating of your own heart in your eardrums. Every time your heart beats, it pushes a pressure wave through your eardrums. Just see if you can pick that up in your awareness. And now gently become aware of the temperature of the air in the room on your cheeks. Just smooth away any worry lines from your foreheads. Relaxing your neck and your shoulder muscles. Becoming aware of the chair, seat, floor, or bed that you're sitting or lying on. Just say thank you to the support for your body, right here, right now. Become aware where your hands are resting, the sensation of touch in your hands. Become aware of your feet, where your feet are resting. You might like to lighten the load on your face by maybe bringing a little bit of a smile into your face and seeing how much better you feel when you do that. Keeping your attention on the breath, on the flow of air, but not trying to control it in any way. Being aware of the gentle in-breath and out-breath that's looked after by this energy called life. We can concern ourselves about many things, but the most important thing to being alive in this moment is the breath. And yet it's the one thing that we overlook. We get so caught up in external things, but by withdrawing our mind from that external world and just becoming present in the body and focusing on the breath, on the beautiful rhythm of the in and out breath, rather like the tides of the ocean. The very act of being aware of the breath, with a slight sense of gratitude for the breath, can ease the mind, can smooth away the storms of life, just by being aware of this gentle flow of air in and out of the body. It's called the breath of life, and it's given to us by life. And aligning with life is such a powerful way of transcending stress, of stepping out of the matrix into a place of peace. Just feel a sense of gratitude for the satsang, for being here tonight, for sharing your light with a greater community. Where two or more gathered, there I am. The I am is the greatest connection we can have with the being that is life, that you are. You are I am. And where we gather in satsang like this, there is an amplification of the life force within us. And that amplification radiates out and has a beneficial effect beyond what we're aware of in the external world. May this light be directed to anyone in your awareness who may be in a state of dis-ease, of turmoil, of trouble. We don't send them the light to change them in any way. We send the light as a beacon of comfort. We hold them in our heart with a sense of love. And this light that radiates from our heart to theirs is real. Empathy and compassion doesn't mean getting in the hole with anyone, but offering them a shift in state, a shift into a state of connection with a higher intelligence of life, with a higher purpose of life, connecting with the field of love. Now we come back to the awareness of the physical body that we are occupying right now. And we take a conscious deep in-breath, filling our whole body up like a big balloon. And then a beautiful, long, relaxing, surrendering breath out. And gently, when you're ready, you may softly open your eyes. Just see how you feel in this moment. How do you feel? The secret of transformation is always in the feelings that we predominantly radiate. So how do you feel right now? You might let us know in the comments box. Thank you. Thank you all for being with us tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. Right, so we have called tonight the Quickening. Some of you might have been feeling the energies around over the last week or so. I know Odette has. It's been a crazy week. It has been a very sort of quickening kind of week. So it's on the bigger side. We're going to speak about quickening and what it is, but just in terms of the energy right now, it's actually quick energy. So astrologically, we have a new moon coming up on Tuesday morning for those of us in South Africa, early, about 5:30. And other parts of the world it might be tomorrow. And the new moon is very airy. So it's in Gemini, and there's 3 planets in Gemini all squished together, which basically makes it very, very strong. And if you just have a look at what Gemini is the twins, so it's dual. So there can be duality right now. Very quick changes of mind, literally changes of mind. And it can also be very, it can be a slightly unstable energy as well, because it's a little bit more astrology, but Mercury, which is the planet of the communication and the ruler of Gemini, is actually in a close alignment with Uranus. And Uranus is the planet which relates to unpredictability. It also relates to anything sort of out of the blue happening, something that you did not expect. It's the unexpected. So unexpected conversations, unexpected changes of mind, things that we can't necessarily understand, that just sort of come out the blue, that could be happening. And it's kind of a quick energy because there's a lot of air, there's a lot of fire, and so there can also be some volatility. It's sort of, I'm just feeling into it now as it approaches even more, and it feels a bit unsteady, unstable. And so this is not for nothing. It is the very end of a cycle. We've got a new moon, which is the end of a cycle on its own. And then we have two planets that have just moved very, very recently, Neptune and Saturn, into Aries, into the first degree of Aries, which is always one of the most powerful parts of the zodiac because it's a very fresh new energy. So it feels sort of almost, there's like an urgency and there's a sort of a shaky, unpredictable energy. So that feels a little bit to me like a quickening. So if things have been unexpected, then, you know, just notice that. It can also be with transport because Gemini is actually the ruler of travel, local travel and stuff like that. So my car actually broke down this week, and I know somebody else as well. So if that's happened, or sort of communications might go haywire with people because there's this kind of electric energy in the air.
Yeah, and also from what I know of astrology is that the moon, as it diminishes, is sort of a letting go, isn't it? It's a letting go.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesday, possibly it's a sign, a stage at the right moment to start planting new seeds.
Exactly.
And in fact, we live on a farm, and we have a monthly meetup with the community around, and we actually gained a lot of seeds, of seeds, and we'll wait a couple of days before we plant those seeds into our soil. So just know in our lives, it's a time of just releasing at the moment, still for the next day or so, releasing, letting go, and only after the new moon, then it's a time for regrowth, planting again.
Yeah, and over the next day or so, just be aware of the thoughts that come into your mind. That thought that comes in that bothers you and that you don't know what to do with it. And it might be something that has been around many, many, many times before. It might be a very old kind of pattern, like a sort of almost like a mental groove that you go into. I was speaking to a very good friend today, and she was saying she's amazed at how her mind still goes back into those same patterns. And it's not to judge yourself if your mind does go into those patterns, but to notice it so that it can actually move out if it's not aligned with you at the moment, in this present moment. So I would just say, finishing off the astrological part of this is, I think in the next few days, breathe deeply. Take time before you actually say something. I would almost say sit on it for a good few hours or a day before you actually react. And just see if it's something that you actually need to say or whether it's something that can just wait a little. Because I'm just seeing that it probably would be advisable to do that. And to slow down. So with this, all this quick energy, to slow down, connect with the element of water. Because water actually starts to, it sort of makes the air a little bit less volatile, and it sort of makes, if there's water in the air, it makes the air a little bit more dense. So I would say slow down and, you know, drink lots of water, sit with the water burner next to you, walk next to a body of water if you can. And in the next day, I mean, if you can do that tomorrow, that's great, because that's the releasing. So just connect with the sea as it comes in and out if you're close to the sea. Or if you are close to a water source, sort of throw a rock or something or a stone into the water and let go, release. I know Claire said that she's busy being decluttering. It's a good time to declutter, Claire. It's getting rid of all the clutter in our heads as well as our physical environments.
Yeah, and as far as taking action, yeah, that time is coming, but it's not quite yet. So rather leave any action that you can possibly delay for the next day or two, and wait till the new moon has passed, and then take positive action in any area of your life that needs action, but take it rather with a lot of mindfulness and a lot of presence in you and a lot of peace. Just be quite aware of acting out of emotion at the moment. Just be aware of that, because emotion is all coming from past patterns. And what we are needing now is to start shifting into a new level of consciousness. And that new level of consciousness, which we've spoken about many times before, is in alignment with a sense of connection with all that is. And the word that defines connection with all that is the word of love. So let our actions, any action we need to take, come from this place of peace, come from this place of love. And as you were saying, just let it sit for a little bit. Find a place that you can just be quiet and peaceful, maybe next to some water, and then out of that will come guidance for the next step in your life. It will be there.
And I think just asking ourselves in the next, I'd say in the next week or two, to actually, can I be kinder? Can I be kinder to myself? Can I be kinder to others? Is this that I'm about to say kind? Are my actions kind towards myself or others? Are the stories that I'm telling myself about myself, are those kind? Are the stories I'm telling myself about somebody else, are those kind? And how can I actually be more gentle and more kind?
Yeah. And these times that we're moving through at the moment of rapid change and unexpected change, we've spoken about it before, and the two things that we really need to work with at this time are the energies of faith and trust. And we've spoken previously about that. It's not trusting in something out there in the future. It's trusting in life. And life is only ever in the present moment. And the faith is tied in with that. It's the faith in life. Life will always be there to guide you. Life is always there to provide your needs. Not your wants necessarily. I know the mind wants to go that way, but life is taking us in this direction. So the faith is that wherever you're being led, you're meant to be in that space. That's where you're meant to be, right here, right now. That is the faith. And those two, combined with a sense of gratitude in your life, will align you to have a smooth transition from the old world to the new world. This is a big shift we're taking place, not a small shift. It's not by going back into the old world and making it the way that you want it. It's releasing and letting go and being open to the unexpected. That's really what it's about.
Yeah, and it's kind of not working to live in this world the way we've lived in the old world. So this is a shift in the evolution of human consciousness. So the patterns that I talk about astrologically, the one particular pattern with these two outer planets, they've actually come into Aries, which is kind of giving us a taste of the new, but they will go back again and then only return in February. So they'll be here for a few months. But it's giving us a taste of what this is. And this new quickening and this new life, this new world, has got to do with technology. We've just been speaking about it now. It's got to do with AI. AI is speeding things up. Not just AI, but I mean, so many people in our environment, ourselves included, have said, how can time be going so fast? I'm sure tell us in the comments if any of you felt that it's Monday and then suddenly it's Friday again. It's crazy how time it seems to have sped up. So there does feel like there's a quickening. So what do we do if things feel like they're overwhelming and that they've sped up? How do we slow it down? And we can slow it down.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the other side of what the word quickening means, the quickening. Let's look at that, because that'll lead us into practical tools that we can use to transcend the old world of storms and problems and challenges and fear, and step into and be aligned with the new world as it's birthed at this time. So the quickening, what does the quickening mean?
Yeah, so according to dictionary and to AI, it says that the quickening can refer to several things, but in pregnancy, it specifically means a pregnant woman's first sensation of fetal movement, typically felt between 16 and 18 weeks. It's a significant developmental milestone and marks the beginning of noticeable movement. Now that is very, very accurate. It's like this, it's like it marks the beginning of something, and that something's moving forward. But as I said in my video, it's not 100%. It's sort of, it's almost like, it came to me today, it's like a semicolon. It's not done yet. And then further on it said, in spiritual context, quickening can refer to a feeling of spiritual awakening or enlightenment. So there's a feeling that something is shifting and something is changing, but we don't know what it is. And none of us know. And so how do we navigate this unknown place? Because it's unknown for everybody. I don't think there's anybody on the planet that quite knows exactly how this is going to play out. They can guess.
So the most important part is what the energy that we can work with right now. I spoke about it at the end of the meditation. I said, how are you feeling? And I mentioned then that feelings are really, really, really important at this time, because we are creating the new world with our energy. And the two ways that we focus our energy quite profoundly is with every thought we think and every feeling we feel. Those two are real energies that ripple out into the material universe and create the attraction for certain situations to show up into our life. Now, the old world, the world that we are currently leaving, the old world which is currently dying, is a world based on fear, on false evidence appearing real. Most of us were brought up in that world, the world of do what you're told, otherwise there will be negative consequences, line up and obey the rules. And the new world is transcendent of that fear, and that's a world of connection, of community, of compassion, of caring. If you think of the way that for example, the economic system has been set up, there's not too much compassion, empathy, care in that. It's all about bottom line profits. It's about quarterly return to shareholders, and you can be quite ruthless in what you do in that old way of doing business. And in fact, the businesses that were the most ruthless tended to gain the most materially. Now that world is crumbling, that world is dying, and the new world is going to be based on what's called conscious economics, conscious communities, and that really is about a sense of Ubuntu. I am because you are, and what I do to another, I do to myself. Now that is totally not part of the old world at all. And how we interact with that is through feeling, to bring back feeling. And so right now, with this transformation that we're going through, it's to become more mindful, more aware of what am I thinking in this moment? What thoughts are going through my mind, and what thoughts am I feeding? What thoughts am I holding on to, and which thoughts am I releasing? And exactly the same with emotions. What emotions am I generating? What emotions am I holding on to? And what emotions am I releasing? What am I choosing to feel? Yes, we can. We can choose what we want to feel as we become more aware of what's creating those feelings. So it's to be more and more mindful of how powerful we all are in this time. And the old world is a world of form, of things, of substance, and the new world is a world based on energy. So what energy are we co-creating with our mind and with our body, with our emotions, and with our intention? And we've spoken many times about the horizontal plane of time and the vertical plane of presence. And it isn't about fixing up time. It's not about knowing your future. That is the old world. Why do we want to know the future? Because it's sponsored. That need to know the future is sponsored by the old energy of fear. Where the new energy is based off love, which is in the vertical plane, which is not concerned too much with tomorrow. It's not concerned too much with yesterday. It is invested in the life, the love, the joy, the connection, the community of this present moment. And so this is a choice which we're all getting to make. And you spoke about the quickening being the movement within something new that's being born. So there's something in the womb of life right now, and it's starting to move. It's starting to make itself known. And it is known through the feeling within us. It's not coming in signs and symbols on the outside. It's coming as a realization on the inside of us. So our responsibility as we move through this quickening is to be absolutely 100% responsible for what is happening in our cells, in our inner world of emotion and thoughts. What are we holding here? This is the facilitation for the new world to be born.
Yeah, it's so right. I think it's sort of creating like a vigil.
Yes.
In terms
Yes,
of
it is.
what am I thinking. It's a good thing to actually ask yourself throughout the day, what am I thinking? Just stop yourself and say, what am I thinking right now? And connect with it and understand. I see, yeah, I'm thinking this. That's interesting. My mind's gone over there, and it's judging this, or it's judging that, or it's gone into the future and it's worrying and it's anxious, or it's gone into the past and it's regretting. It's just to notice it, because as you notice it, you can bring it back. As soon as you notice it, as soon as you notice something, you can shift it. If you don't notice it, then it's just having its way with you in the unconscious, and you're just reacting off it. So it's, that's interesting, my mind's gone over there again. Okay, come back again, come back again, come back again. So it's and especially in the next few weeks, it's busy. It's also incredibly energizing in terms of new ideas and new ingenious ways of doing things. So there's also incredible new creative stuff that can come up during this time, and beautiful new conversations with people. But it's actually conversing in a different way as well. It's not being so keen to hear the sound of your own voice, but maybe to listen more, maybe to stop talking a little bit and just feel into what's actually going on with other people. So that's what we're going to be working with on our inner space community.
Yeah, so
in June.
We have a online community where we meet up twice a month in two 90-minute Zoom calls. It's called Inner Space. It's connecting with this world here. And we have beautiful feedback from people who've been with us on Inner Space for some time. And they say it has just absolutely changed how they deal with the world around them. And the quality of life has improved. So this month we're going to be looking at communication. Conscious communication. And one of the most important parts of communication is not so much what you say, it's the listening. It's really, really important. And the truth is, the old world, of the world of fear, was very much driven by knowledge and by the acquisition of information, where the new world is more aligned with presence, with the isness. And that links us to an intelligence way transcendent of information. And that is linked to us through something called intuition. Intuition. And you have to be in a state of listening to hear the intuitive wisdom that's been given to you in each and every moment. And unfortunately, what blocks us from that intuition is too much thinking and too much emotion. Because emotion and thinking are all based in time. And intuition comes in the timeless gap of presence. You can almost think of it as a space between our thoughts. That's where intuition comes into our awareness. It drops in. You don't go and find it in time. It drops into. And in order for it to drop into us, we have to be open. And that is where conscious communication comes in, to actually train ourselves to become quiet enough on the inside and to be aware enough to hear what is intuition, because that can be confused quite often with the mind, with the subconscious programs that are running. And quite a lot of people confuse what their mind is telling them with intuition. It's quite simple. Whatever the mind tells you has a negative or positive attraction. It has a negative or positive feeling attached to it. Where intuition doesn't. It's just a sense of isness. Just a sense of knowing with no emotional reaction to that which drops into us. So that is something that we're going to be looking at quite deeply this coming month with our inner space group, conscious communication. It's a good time to do that work. Was there something?
It's a very good time to do. I think it's also just, when you listen to yourself or you listen to somebody else, you're actually listening more to the heart. You're not just listening to verbal stuff coming out of somebody's mouth. You're actually, when you quieten down, everything slows down, actually, when you quieten down. When you stop looking at your phone or stop looking at the computer or turn the radio off or whatever it is, there's a slowing down, and that sort of balances this quickening energy, and it puts that quieter energy into the field, so that the field can actually also slow down and relax a little bit, because there's kind of like nervous energy around, and that's okay. It can be igniting. It can kind of ignite us into action because it's quite active, but I think we've got to just be a bit more cognizant of not being overwhelmed and listening more instead of putting more information into our heads or sharing more information when it's not necessary. So just, there's that beautiful saying, what is it? Whatever I am about to say, is it kind? Is it helpful? Is it necessary? Because some of the time we just speak for no real reason,
Yeah. Well, sometimes we think for no reason.
We're just talking, and it's
yeah. So what comes out of our mouth is just a subset of what's going on in our heads.
Yeah.
And it's to start to honor the stillness. That's really important with this quickening. We've spoken a lot about how fast things are moving on the outside, and it's to honor the quickening on the inside. Now, on the outside, it might appear it might appear traumatic and turbulent. What do you call it? Turbulent is the word I was looking for. But on the inside, it's to step deeper into the stillness. That's really important. As the world on the outside gets more and more unpredictable, more chaotic, to step into the stillness within. That's really important in this quickening, because we spoke about the meaning of the quickening. The one is in pregnancy, where there's a movement within the fetus, in the body. There's a sudden big shift of movement in there. And the other one is where there's this beginning of an opening spiritual transformation. And it's really important for us to honor the stillness in this moment and not be caught up in the perceptual manipulation of the mind with the world out there as presented, particularly through the media. Let it go, let it go. Step back. Your point of power is always in the stillness. Your point of power is always in the present moment. Your point of power is in alignment with the isness of life in this moment. And we've this month on Inner Space, we've been focused on the portal of beauty, just noticing beauty. In noticing beauty, you step into alignment with the isness of this life. So you can use that as a powerful tool at this time of the quickening. Notice beauty.
Beautiful. Also, just in terms of transformation, I think a lot of people are under the impression that if they are transforming and transmuting, then everything should be wonderful and they should be feeling fabulous and everything should be going beautifully. That is not the way transformation works. It just generally isn't. I mean, it might work like that for some people, but generally it's not like that. You're going to be shown, if we ask for enlightenment or transformation or to become more aligned, we're going to be shown everything that isn't aligning us. Those thoughts, those beliefs, those attachments, we're going to show, it's all going to be shown to us if we've asked. And all of those who are on this call have probably asked this, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So if life isn't going swimmingly, beautifully, wonderful, or the way your mind says it should go, just know that it's nothing, you've done nothing wrong. This is actually supposed to be happening right now. And be kinder to yourself in terms of, I've got this really, I'm not feeling so good. So what? So it's fine. So you're not feeling so good. So you're not feeling top of the world in this very moment. It's okay. You can't always be up there. If you are up there, great, enjoy it. But it's like the sea, you know. You can be up here riding the wave, and then you're going to come down, and there's going to be another wave. And the knowledge is that there is another wave. There's always another wave. So even when you are in the trough of the wave, there's going to be another wave. But not to judge it, and not to judge yourself harshly for not being at a certain point in your spiritual journey where you don't have these thoughts or you don't have these feelings. It's just to actually be more accepting. And I mean, John and I, you know, in our work together, we speak about love being accepting, allowing, and appreciating. So can we accept, allow, and appreciate where we are? Because if you're able to do that, it moves along much quicker. It doesn't get stuck. You just allow it. You go, I'm feeling like this, okay. And then in that moment, your state can change, as opposed to pushing it down and resisting it. Because being in resistance, it's gonna hang around for a lot longer. So it's just something to, if there's so many people that I've spoken to who have sort of said, why am I still in the same place? And why am I going around the same drain hole again? Because there's something there that needs to be cleared. That needs to be seen and released.
Yeah.
And that's not wrong, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because this is a big time of releasing. And just to take your analogy, where you spoke about the wave and the trough, and we get very focused on form, and that's the old world. The old world only knows form. It only worships form. It looks for form to inform you as to how you should be feeling in this moment. If form is that way, well, then I'm going to feel this way. If form is that way, well, then I'm going to feel this way. And that is the old world, where the new world is very different to that. And one of the ways that we can use that analogy of the wave to help see a new way of being in the world is not to get caught up as to whether you're on the top of the wave or in the top of the wave, but to know the ocean. The ocean is always there. The ocean is that ocean of stillness, of presence, of being, irrespective of what the wave is doing on the outside. So if you are feeling down, if you're feeling distraught, if you're feeling disconnected or depressed, just know that the part of you that's depressed is the part of you that's connected to the world of form. And form right now is not the way that you would like it to be. So hence that negative emotion. Or form is right the way, I'm so pleased, I'm at the top of the wave. It's exactly where I want to be. Again, just know that there is a misapprehension there. There's an illusion being created, and that is that the wave is making me feel good, or the trough is making me feel bad. No. The wave is not making you feel good, and the trough is not making you feel bad. You are making yourself feel good. You are making yourself feel bad. It's your choice in that moment. And the way is to find your true sense of being, which is to know yourself to be that ever-present ocean. The ocean is waving, and we may be riding those waves in the human dimension, the ups and the downs of the waves, but we are always the stillness and the depth of the ever-present ocean. And when you start to live your life based in the awareness of the ocean, rather than the perception that I am that wave that's ever changing, there is a huge transformation in how you live your life. As you know yourself to be that ever-present ocean, you become far more stable, far more secure in yourself. You become far more at peace with life, irrespective of whether it's a wave up there or a trough. You start to live your life in a balanced way, in a centered way. And as you become more centered and more balanced in your expression of life, so that ripples out to those around you, and they find you to be a safe haven in the world of storms.
Yeah, and it's been that same safe haven of being in that energy of love that actually gives rise, as Odette's saying, hoping that the quickening will be the birthing of for our planet to connect communities in energy of love. So that's our role, is to be that energy of love. And so we're the birthing place for that.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing we need to do. We need to actually stay as much as possible in the ocean, be the ocean.
In the awareness of the
not be the
ocean.
wave.
Yeah.
Be the awareness of the ocean. Notice the waves, but be the ocean.
Yeah.
And so that is the energy of love. I see the ocean, the love as the ocean of love.
Yeah, it is.
So the more that we can connect with being the ocean, the more we are birthing the new.
Yes.
Through that.
Through that awareness.
Through that awareness, yeah.
So this quickening that's taking place is not dependent on external situations and circumstances. This is an energetic transformation that we're going through. And the energy that we can align with is always the energy we hold on the inside. And as we said earlier, are the thoughts that we're thinking and the feelings we're feeling based in the old world of fear, which is false evidence appearing real. I am what I do, I am what I have, I am what other people think of me, I'm vulnerable to the world of form. Or is it coming from the awareness of love, the awareness of oneness, the awareness of presence, the awareness that I am life? I do not have a life, I am life. I live my life aligned with the isness of this moment, which is love. And that is the shift from form on the horizontal plane. All form is subject to time, where presence is not dependent on time. It's a transcendent awareness beyond time. That's eternity. That's what eternity means. Eternity doesn't mean endless time. It means the transcendence of time itself. Yeah. Right, we have an affirmation. We'll just show the cards. We've got a whole lot of cards here. You want me to choose? Well, I'm going to choose a purple one. I'm going to choose a purple one. I love this. This is really good. This is really helpful in dealing with these times that we're moving through. This affirmation is quite a powerful tool to deal with this opportunity that the quickening is presenting us with. So you're going to do that in the meditation. Okay, so stick around. Thank you. And if any of you want to join our inner space group, by the way, you go to our website, which is journeys, plural, many journeys, of awakening.com.
Yeah, and
so
you'll see the
going to lead us out.
Yes. So let's just all lean forward, because apparently my voice goes too soft. So just settle down and take a deep breath in. And then a long, slow, long out breath. And as you're breathing out, start to just drop your shoulders. Let it all go. And another deep, slow, long in-breath. And then an even longer out-breath. Release, 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 and let your shoulders relax and soften. And allow yourself to just drop gently into this moment. Just connecting with the breath coming in through your nose and out through your mouth. Noticing the temperature of the air as it touches your nostrils. Just focusing on that little space as the air comes in and as it comes out. With each out breath, just start to relax your shoulders even more. Then back a little bit so that your heart opens. And consciously slow your breath down so that it becomes very smooth, like waves, very gentle waves on the beach, coming in and going out. Very gentle, very smooth. Feel your whole body soften and release. Now you're focusing on these gentle waves coming in and out. Just setting the intention to release whatever it is that you feel might be holding you back, creating pain, suffering. Just in this moment, just allow yourself to give it into the ocean. As the ocean ebbs, allow it to carry it away with it. Connecting again with the gentle ebb and flow. Consciously softening your body, dropping your shoulders. And if your mind starts to wander, just simply call it back, bring it back to the breath, to the waves, to the gentle ocean. And setting the intention of the next couple of days before new moon to continually release and let go, which also means to forgive. To release anybody or any situation that might be hooking you, keeping you captive. Allow yourself to unhook from that situation and liberate yourself and the other. Anything you might be holding on too tightly to. Could be a person, a dream, a goal, a way of being, something that you want to control, anything that you're holding on too tightly. See if you can just relax your grip and surrender it. Just for the next few days and for right now. See if you can just let it be. Bring yourself back to your breath over and over again, very gently. No recriminations, just noticing and bringing yourself back. Gently, lovingly, kindly. Feel your heart start to open. Feel your whole being start to become more gentle, to soften, to open. Feel the difference between resistance and openness. Connecting in with this ocean of awareness, this ocean of love. allowing it to carry you. Our affirmation for this evening is life is simple. Simple is beautiful. Life is only ever this moment, and therefore life is simple and beautiful. It's a powerful affirmation for this week. As if your mind goes into a place of stress or worry. If you could just bring it back and say, life is simple. Simple is beautiful. And bring it back to the breath, because this is simple. Breathing in and out is simple. Just connecting with this simple breath and the simple beauty of this moment. The chair that you're sitting on or lying on. Feeling of the surface underneath you. The temperature of the air on your skin. Sounds around you, becoming aware of the sounds around you. Becoming aware of what you can see in this moment behind your eyes, or you can gently open your eyes. And I'll start to just gently rub your fingers together, bringing feeling back into your hands. Taking a deep breath in. And a long, slow out breath. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes.
Thank you. Wasn't that beautiful? Wasn't that lovely? Thank you. I'll post a copy of this affirmation on the Facebook page. And so simple. Life is simple. Simple is beautiful. Life is only ever this moment, and therefore life is simple and beautiful. Remember this truth always. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. And
Nice to
we
be
look forward
here.
to catching up with you on Satsang in 2 weeks' time.
Yes. Much
Thank
love.
you.
Thank you, everybody.